And now this is timeline 2. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is where you get to play with your own past self. Hello and welcome to Timemelters. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. This is a strategy hero defense game where you break time. Yes, you work with your past selves to defeat an undead enemy that will never stop. And you can also play co-op if you want to. Yeah, you can also play co-op. It's pretty fantastic, actually. Anyway, there is a link in the description, as I said. Maybe? Did I say that? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, there are 3 different difficulties. You can play on strategist, story, or balanced. We're going to play on balanced for the moment, and indeed, you can play on the extended version, which is going to provide you with longer dialogue and deeper characters' backstories. However, we're just going to stick with the full version for now. Tegan and Edwin McPhee. Compassionate, courageous, and forthright, Tegan McPhee has always been a quiet and discreet woman who keeps the fire of her integrity and her righteousness hidden away, as these qualities are too often seen as faults in her world. Her brother Edwin, a winsome, outgoing force of nature who loves ale, songs, and tales, is blessed, or possibly cursed, with an unbounded, contagious lust for life. Tegan was only a child when her mother died during the birth of her younger brother. They were both raised by their maternal uncle Seamus O'Dram, who took them in and gave them a place they could call home in Cabellan. A case could be made that Seamus's love for his sister and these beautiful children prevented him from revealing to Tegan and Edwin that their mother had been the last in a long line of silver-chain druidesses. Such information was dangerous. Even so, in these unforgiving days of suspicion and dread, rumors started to spread that Tegan was indeed a witch. These sent her unjustly to the pyre by way of the royal guard.
The corrupted appeared and roared over the land like a rushing wave of blood. The king, baffled and afraid, decreed the death by fire of all witches, for who else could be behind this? And thus, many an innocent woman was condemned to the sacred pyre. I, Tegan McPhee, was one of them. Edwin, save yourself. I was to die next to an old woman I'd never seen before, but she would soon become my protector. My curse. Perhaps it would have been a boon if the fire had taken me, for oh, what was to come. What was to come, oh gods.
At last, did it work? Are we one? It did work. By Bira, I can feel my spirit growing stronger within this flesh. Cabellan, day 1, 11:47 p.m. What? A voice in my head? Are the gods speaking to me? What happened? Wait, Edwin? Well, things didn't go as planned. Your brother is dead, sweetling. I'm sorry. They slew him.
Edwin, no.
Edwin, no. I'm not leaving him here. Not like this. Can't you hear them? Some of the pawns are coming back. I did not come this far to let you die. These creatures will eat you alive. Escape. Yes, indeed. And now this is when we get the opportunity to control our character. So we're going to flee the village, and this is where you are going to start to see elements of the time-bending nature of the game. It is extremely strategical and definitely going to be one of those games that you're going to have to use your brain a pretty significant amount. And that might be a bit difficult for me, considering.
Someone is helping me!
That woman, she looks just like... But what is happening? Yeah, it looks like us. And you know why that is, right? Yes, you should. You should know why that is. Anyway, we can basically ignore these enemies right now because this tree is having them for breakfast. And we can now make our way onward.
Is this me? How is this even possible? This can't be happening.
Summon all your power.
Summon all your power and focus on that spirit. It's the only way we stand a chance to leave this place alive. Now we can cast Spirit Strike, which is going to allow us to eliminate enemies. And yeah, obviously when you're not casting, your mana is going to regenerate, but not constantly. So you do have to be a little bit careful when it comes to casting all the time. As you can see by the little white lines, that's basically your reload time, as it were. New mana available. Absorb spirits to refill your spirit mana. And this mana can be used to create and indeed cast spells. Now, see that old tree over there? That is one of the many sons of the great oak. It can be roused to help us fight. And there we go. You can cast a spirit into the sons of the great oak to awaken them. Once infused, these magic trees can immobilize and kill up to 5 enemies. So we are going to do that. Boom, there it is. And now this tree will be killing all of these enemies. We have to be very, very careful though, because enemies, by the way, if they get into melee range, they will kill you instantly. Alright? So be very careful with that. Now we have an Earth Spirit. Invoke the Earth Spirit directly above your enemies to root up to 4 of them. Enemies are released when they take damage. Alright, so here's the Earth spell. As you can see, we can now move this over here. We'll root these, and then we'll just concentrate on one of them for the moment. Kill that guy, reload, and then kill this one as well.
Oh, it hurts.
That is our mark. The mark of the silver chain. It channels energy from the spirits you absorb. These crones are acting strange. I think they want us to follow them. You, the voice within. Who are you? My name is Amina Moonroots, 7th Keeper of the Silver Chain. You died next to me on the pyre, right? How can I hear your voice in my head? That is a long tale that will have to wait. For now, let us concentrate on keeping you alive and see where these crows are taking us. A Void Stone by Bira. You activated it in a flash. My powers are running through your veins.
What am I seeing?
We seem to be up north, near the Vanishing Shores. The Dark Puppeteer controls these regions. Be careful.
What's that creature?
What's that creature? And we're now going to use a fire spell. Pressing 3 twice very quickly automatically casts a fire spirit right next to you. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to just cast that fire spirit right there. And then we are just going to bombard these enemies. As you can see, we have another fire spirit. Well, basically, the fire spirit is kind of like a little bodyguard for us right here. And he can attack a certain number of times. As you could see, he attacked, I think, 5 times, and then he stops. Because they have an attack limit, I guess, instead of a duration.
I am Amanon.
I am Amanon, son of Salira the Great, and guardian of the flow. And you are Tegan McPhee, yes. And, of course, Amina the Scorned. What? Can you see the witch? Not so much see as hear, after a fashion. Just like you can, really. I am a time-melter. Mind-to-mind talk is quite commonplace among my kind, as Amina could tell you. I should have known it was you controlling those crows, but you're too late, Amanon. I'm nothing but a voice now. You, Tegan, are the real reason I am here. When I foresaw Amina's spirit invading your young soul, something unusual happened. I saw something.
Let me show you my vision.
And as you can see, we're getting multiple copies of ourselves. And we're able to help each other. And it actually accurately copies your movements in those moments as well. Very, very cool. Gods, what was that? Apologies, but I had to show you. As you know, the Dark Puppeteer has returned. And even now his army is burning northern cities to the ground. But my vision gave me hope. That battle is happening as we speak, in another timeline, where we still have a fighting chance. Tell me this, your brother Edwin was in the vision, wasn't he? Yes, it felt so real. Listen to me, you can still save him. In many other timelines, Edwin is still alive. Hark, I hear bonewalkers nearby. Stay on your ground. Did he say ground or did he say God? Because I feel to me that he probably said God and I misread that. I think I probably misread that. Oh well. Whatever the case, doesn't really matter too much, because what we can do here is we can just infuse these trees with some wonderful spirit power. And we have some more enemies coming our way, but that should be absolutely fine. Bear in mind that every single one of our spells has a spirit cost. And we are obviously going to try and reduce that as much as possible by being efficient. With what kind of spells we end up using. And bear in mind, once again, we do not want to get too close, because they will kill you instantly, like I said. Thank the flow. We may still have a chance. We only have a few moments. A mass of bonewalkers is coming. There is an artifact called the Amathrak, a timeline changer that can influence time itself. Activating this artifact is our only hope, and I need you to do so. No more time to explain. Now your powers are still fresh, and I don't know if my spell is going to work. You should be sent back a few minutes into the past. If so, go back to the Voidstone and make your way to Lance Storm as soon as you can. What does that even mean? No more time. Come meet me in Lance Storm. Amanon, what are you doing? And 11:55 p.m. And a little bit of reversal, and 11:47 p.m. it is now.
Did we go back in time?
What happened? Did we Did we just go back in time? Watch out behind us. And we have these things. And then we're just going to get an Earth Spirit straight away. And that is going to root all of these enemies. And then we can take them down without too many issues, as you can see. Very nice. And now we can make our way back to the breach. And that is obviously going to be our nice little, what shall we say, interdimensional portal.
Stay calm. This is just a dream. A very bad dream. But you'll wake up soon, Tegan.
Are those the Bone Walkers we just saw? I think so. I think so, Tegan. Yes, indeed. I think so. Alright, let's make our way back through the Void Stone. Ah, I get blinded and almost... Whew, my eyes. Okay, yeah. Otherwise, here it is. Do you recognize where we are? Oh yes, you should, because this is the very beginning where we first entered after the cutscene. Anyway, look, that's me, over there with Edwin. Oh, why didn't Ammanon just send me further back? I could have saved Edwin. I could have saved him right here, right now. That's not how Timemelters do things. They only think of their damned flow. Your Echo, that's you over there, is trying to escape. Clear the path for her.
Poor Edwin.
And, of course, this is indeed where we saw our copy, you know, our person that we saw, you know, defending ourselves beforehand, you know, when we were first starting to run along here. And you can see here, boom, there we go, kill that. And that is our past self. And I gotta say, I love this kind of thing. I am a huge fan of that. There was a game by the name of Time Splitters Future Perfect, which I absolutely adored back in the day. And this very much reminds me of that with its time-bending properties. Obviously not the gameplay, you know, because it's a completely different genre. But the way that time is dealt with in both games, and being able to help your past self or your future self or whatever, that is extremely cool to me. I love that. Edwin, my sweet brother, you saved me, and I never had a chance to thank you, but I will. And there she goes. There she goes, off into the trees, and we're going to be making our way over to Lance Storm, which is indeed the well, the village closest to us, I guess. So, Amina, how come I hear your voice? Now is not the time to have this talk. I won't be able to survive in this state of mind for much longer. You must find spirits to absorb, for when they enter your blood, they give me back some energy and prevent me from fading away completely. So please, let's go forth and we'll talk later. And there she goes. We're making our way over to the village, and this is going to be our first proper level, as it were. Is that Lance Storm's alarm bell? The village must be under attack. A mysterious old witch trapped inside your mind. This reluctant sharing of their consciousness somehow imparts you with untold powers. Is Amina a curse, a boon, or maybe salvation? Cast out from the silver chain on unknown grounds, Amina seems to have once been a powerful sorceress. Not much else is known about her. For now, the warning bells tolling in the distance foretell of danger threatening the nearby village of Landstorm. Even if Amina knows better than to interfere with the affairs of regular folk, she's not in control anymore, and will have to submit to someone else's will. And so, as you see here, we have a rating. There is a difficulty rating out of 10, combat and puzzle difficulty, and we are going to be facing 1 out of 10 for both here. Which is obviously pretty good for me, because that means that I don't have to struggle too much, because let's face it, it's me. I'm not very good at puzzle games in general. I'm okay at strategy to a certain degree, but yes, we'll see. Be careful, evil draws near. Let me show you another trick to help you fight. Try using your teleport ability. And here we go. This is teleport. So basically, this allows us to create a visage, I guess you could kind of call it, or a copy of ourselves. Now walk towards the pawn over there, but don't attack it before teleporting, and see what happens. Trust me. And so this is going to provide us with a way to prevent ourselves from being killed immediately. Let's just say that. Look at that. There we go. We teleported away from the opponent, and now we can take it out. And just bear in mind that the teleport ability has a 2-minute cooldown. Yes, a 2-minute cooldown. Pretty significant. Okay, if I can just kill these. Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, so long, farewell, you know, and all that wonderful stuff. Yes, exactly. Okay, so, we've got a load of people coming up here. Bear in mind that the people with the little orbs above their heads, they have spirit energy as far as I'm aware. And that's going to allow me to, of course, regain some of the cost that we have going on. And then I'll be able to use more spells. There it is. Okay, that was easy enough, wasn't it? That was a lot easier than anticipated. But we're not even in the village yet. Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a big group of bone walkers. Let's use a fire spirit to attract them. And then infuse a spirit in the son of the great oak. Okay, so we're going to use the fire spirit, which is 3. And then we're going to just move this guy over here. As you can see, look at the massive range that this fire spirit has. It's pretty crazy. And we're just going to summon that right there. And then we're going to use the oak as well. And as you can see, it's now going to draw these enemies toward it. And I think I can probably... Do I have to kill these? Oh no. I thought I could just run on by, but no. That doesn't seem to be the case. Oh dear. We might have an issue. Oh, that was so close. Whew. Okay, I literally almost died. That was extremely, extremely close. Let me tell you. If anything gets within range, you're dead. Did you see that? That witch destroyed them all, and now she's coming this way. Run! Yes, my villager voice. Very good.
Greetings. I am Lord Ermil.
Greetings, I am Lord Ermil. These are my lands. My men are just afraid, and who could blame them? Following recent events, I no longer know if I should thank you or burn you for a witch. I was merely trying to help, my lord. My name is Tegan McPhee. I'm actually looking for someone named Amanan. Have you seen him around, perchance?
These infected creatures...
Never heard of him, but now is not the time to talk. These infected creatures are destroying all our villages. Prove that you are true. Stand with us to purge the city of this evil. I'll do what I can. Yeah, I can't do a Scottish accent, so my apologies. He's clearly Scottish, of course, but, you know, I cannot do that. So, I will not attempt it. Yes, I will just relax with that for a little bit. Okay, so let's actually murder these guys. Come on, get them out of there. Gotta be a little bit careful. Gotta be a little bit careful. We don't really want to get ourselves killed. I'm actually just gonna be placing a little teleport there. Just in case. You never know. Yeah. Be a little bit careful. These guys actually are somewhat smart sometimes, and they are going to rush you if they think they can take you down. Objective complete. I can feel something. A new power. A new way to see. And then we can cast space to... Well, we can press space to cast Spirit Sight. And here it is. Here we go. And this is our... basically, this is our strategic view right here. You can now cast your spirit out of your body. That's how I cheated the pyre after years of training. Not that I'm jealous or anything. And now we can move around anywhere we want. And this is where, obviously, as I said to you before, the strategy defense portion of the game comes in. Let's try saving that poor villager. And now we can cast this, infuse the spirit. And that tree is obviously going to kill both of those enemies. And indeed, the villager is fine. And we have a bunch more people coming our way too. It looks like you can activate these lesser moonstones as well now. Infuse a spirit within the stone to activate it and block the path so that villager can escape. And as you can see, boom, look at this. Oh yeah. So we now altered the path of where the enemies are going to go. Not bad at all. Now let's get back to our body and take care of these upcoming enemies with Lord Ermil. Yes, let's do that. And as you can see, we can now press space to reintegrate. How in hell did you manage to split yourself like that? I mean, that was a villager, actually. Oh, I thought that was Lord Ermil talking. Never mind. I'm not too sure, but there are more pawns heading to the eastern gate.
Men, follow me.
Men, follow me. Yes, let's go. Let us go. And indeed, this is where we get to defend. And no doubt, as you can no doubt see from the strategic view, there are quite a few enemies coming our way. Yeah, so there is a new game mechanic here. So basically, if we have a look at strategic view, you can see press tab to pause the game at any time and access the strategic view. In this view, you can access useful information about units, their positions, and movement directions. This information helps you plan your combat strategy and analyze the course of the fight so far. The shield icon represents the number of spirit strikes you must shoot at an enemy to kill it. The foot icon represents the current speed of the unit. 1 is slow and 5 is very fast. And there's a tip here. You can also easily see which units will drop mana when killed to plan a strategy accordingly. Alright, so there's mouse wheel. So you can see immediately what we have available here. So if we want to, we can change their course. I actually wonder... I think this is probably... Where's the... how do we... I actually need to know where's the failure state. What happens? Is it here where we fail when they get to that point? Okay. Well, clearly they're gonna come past here at least. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so strategic view does not allow me to actually activate any spells while in it. It just allows me to preview the battlefield. They're coming. Don't forget to use your spirit sight ability and mark a teleport spot before engaging. Let's mark this spot as our teleport area. Let's use spirit sight. And then they're going to be coming our way. Alright, so let's do... I mean, I don't really need to do anything with these guys, to be honest. I feel like these fellows are completely and utterly useless. I mean, look, there's only 2 of them. I should be able to deal with these myself without any issues whatsoever. However, there are going to be some people behind them, and that's probably going to be a bit of a problem. So I'm just going to kill these myself. There we go. Nice and easy. And now we are going to be imbuing this, and that's going to kill a couple. Nice. And then we can do a little bit more damage. Let's just do that. There we go. I'm going to have to move away a little bit. Bear in mind, I do have a teleport spot, so it's not actually a big deal if I end up getting myself murdered in some way or another. Going to use my Spirit Strike. Well, not Spirit Strike. What is it called? I don't even know what that thing is called now. It's the little pushback thing. Spirit Storm or something along those lines. And in general, there we go. The Oak is going to be helping me out a great deal here. Nice. Oh, that was it? We did it! There you go! Okay. Well, that was the last of these. Your powers frighten me, I will tell you that much. Still, I would be a fool to deny that they are helpful. Another witch is coming. Everyone back. I mean, another witch is coming. Everyone back, says one of the villagers. Ah. Tegan McPhee, greetings. My name is Elenis, first keeper of the Silver Chain. Amonand was delayed and requested I bring you to him in New Risen. I know what happened at the stake. Amonand told me. I realize this must all be very confusing to you. I can only tell you that many answers await if you follow me. It's about time you learn who you really are. My lady, large storm is in your debt. I will escort you myself to New Risen. What with all the turmoil about the land, you could do with a man of good repute by your side. And there it is. And we're going to be now traveling on over. And there is indeed a community challenge right here. What does that mean? Help from above. Help the villager reach Landstorm. So, as you can see right here, there's actually a huge amount of different challenges available here. And I'm going to assume that what you can do with this challenge is probably helping a villager, as in like, you know, an escort mission. That's basically what I'm talking about. But we're not going to do that right now, but you can access challenges from the main menu at any time. And we are now, as you can see, traveling along with both Elenis as well as Lord Ermil. We should be there in no time. Halt, who goes there? The king has ordered all to remain home. Do not lecture me. I am Lord Ermil, cousin of Sir Eknart. I am sure you've heard of him. Now let us pass this bridge. Bah, go ahead. Well, with all these bones swarming about, you'll probably end up dead within the hour anyway. Oh, wow. That's a very friendly individual, isn't he? Anyway, we are now here at New Risen. My cousin is a great leader, but I fear that with everything that's happened, his men are starting to lose their grip on reality. New Risen is just past that river. I must now return and keep Landstorm safe. Farewell, Lord Ermil. Yes, I've forgotten what voice I gave her now. Anyway, there it is. So, this is the next map, and as you can see, the combat difficulty has now risen, the puzzle difficulty has now risen, and we are going to have a much more difficult time.
Greetings, little one.
I'm sorry I could not meet with you in Landstorm as promised. An important matter needed my immediate attention. Now, Tegan, oh, where to start? We think you might be High Druidess Leanne's granddaughter. You're confusing Leanne's. My the gods bless her soul, was a seamstress. Amanon, we have no time for this. Tegan needs to hit the ground running now. I say we start her on the Enlightenment trials. We can fill her in as we go. I know things are confusing now, but I can only ask you to trust me. Cross the Lesser Moonstone. Our chances of saving Edwin diminish by the minute. Don't worry, Tegan. These trials are quite safe. I'll enter your minds now and project illusions which can't harm you in any way. You won't be able to destroy them all, but take down as many as you can. A time rift has been opened. Let the Enlightenment trials begin. And there we go. So now what we need to do is we are in the current timeline. And so look at this. Timeline 1 is now active. Okay, so now we have to destroy as many of these illusions as we possibly can. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how we're supposed to do this. Nice. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, come on now. Let's get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, I should have actually used teleport, to be honest. Now let us try to unlock your true power. Focus, Tegan. The power runs in your blood. Okay, so we can now hold R to activate the rift and rewind time, like so. And now this is timeline 2. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is where you get to play with your own past self and where you are going to have a pretty insane time. If you'll excuse the pun. Yeah, as you can see, she's also using the same ability here, and we can maybe even eliminate even more people as well. Unfortunately, there we go. We're going to do it again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use teleport this time around. And I'm going to target these guys on the left this time. There we go, there we go, there we go. We don't have any mana or anything like that, so obviously that's not going to be particularly useful. There we go. Nice, nice. Bear in mind, obviously we know that one of our copies is going to cast Spirit Storm. There we go. I'm back. I used teleport this time around, so now I can probably eliminate all of them with... Ooh, that was close. Haha. Stop. The first trial is over. You did well. Very good. Wow. Whew. That was actually pretty harsh. I apologize for throwing you into the fray, but we needed to scare the power out of you. Now we have to sharpen it. What happened? Can I see the future? Now is not the time for questions. Start the second trial. For this one, you have to destroy all the illusions. I thought I did. I thought I did destroy all the illusions, but anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. If you would like to check out Timemelters, there is a link in the description, and I'd highly recommend it. It is a very innovative strategy game, as well as having a wonderful story attached to it. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.